Hey guys, I had to start over because of freaking Wi-Fi. Goes like in and out, in and out, in and out. Horrible. I hate unreliable Wi-Fi connections. Have I told you guys that before? I hate unreliable Wi-Fi. Okay, let's try this, right? So I know you know, but not everybody probably knows that I am the creator and host of Our Side Jive. I want to welcome you guys to my thing I do daily. My daily dose of rock music history. Today is Monday, October 21st, 2019. And you are witnessing my Carnival of Love Tour Day 11. Golly. This Wi-Fi totally sucks here. I gotta tell these people here at the Porsche Shack their Wi-Fi sucks. Fucking unreliable as hell. I don't know, did you get it? That you are witnessing my Carnival of Love Tour Day 11? I am coming at you live, worldwide and stateside, here from the Porsche Shack. Now, let's talk some rock and roll. Now, let me warn you, what's going to happen here is when I see that my Wi-Fi connection's gone, I'm going to stop and restart when it's green again. So I guess here's the thing, guys. If you want great Wi-Fi, go somewhere other than the Porsche Shack, because their Wi-Fi here sucks. Sorry Porsche Shack. Trying to promote you, just won't let me. Okay, let's talk some rock and roll. "17 years after having hits with some rock and roll's most memorable classics, Chuck freaking Berry had his first U.S. #1 record with the innuendo-laden My Ding-a-Ling. On or around this day in 1972, and sometimes I say around this day because different sources give a different day, right? So I just say on or around. Okay, this day 1972, My Ding-a-Ling was a silly novelty song centered on grade school level private part jokes. Translation for private part, the male penis. Got it? The tune went to the top of the UK chart, guys. It was recorded live at Coventry, Lancaster Polytechnic in England as a part of the Lancaster Arts Festival, for which Berry turned up an hour and a half late. That's right. Mr. Punctuality turned up an hour and a half late. Wonder why, Chuck? Old Chuck's not around to ask anymore, but he was real tardy. Now, Chuck might have developed a reputation over his matchless career for some nasty habits, but lack of punctuality was not one of them. Through thousands of gigs, no matter how remote the venue was, Chuck was always there, on the dot, as long as the money was right, and his 3 standard contract demands were fulfilled. And he had 3. Number 1, a Lincoln Town Car at the airport. Number 2, a Fender Bassman amp. And 3, an able pickup band, as in a band able to play Chuck Berry songs, which should go without saying, because how could any band be a good band if it couldn't play Chuck Berry songs, right? It's freaking amazing. We've gone like 60 seconds and the Wi-Fi is holding. Wow. Also on this day, 1975, Elton John is the latest addition to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Did you know old DC here, he's on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Did you know that? You didn't know that, did you? Well, you know it now. You don't believe me? I see doubt in your eyes. Well, all you got to do is go watch this edited version. Yeah, go watch this edited version. Go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Barside. Look in the Daily Dose playlist. You'll find this Daily Dose. Just look for the October 21 episode. Yeah, you'll find it. Check me out, Hollywood Walk of Fame, baby. Okay. All right, on this day, 1976 was the year. Drummer Keith Moon, you guys remember him, The Who, plays his final show with The Who. The Who. The Who, it's not a question. At the Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. He would leave the band and enter a drug and alcohol program shortly thereafter. And on September 7th, 1978, Moon died of an overdose of a sedative, Epinephrine, that had been prescribed to prevent seizures induced by alcohol withdrawal. Seems though Keith had a real alcohol problem. Rest in peace, Keith Moon. Hell of a drummer. Hell of a drummer. Okay, moving forward. On this day, 1997, the Guinness Book of Records announced that Elton John's Candle in the Wind, the Princess Diana version, was now the biggest selling single record of all time in the US and the UK, with $31.8 million in sales in the first 40 days after its release. Yeah. The all-time sales leader worldwide is actually Bing Crosby's White Christmas. Yeah. Way to go, Elton. It's a heck of a song, too. And on this day in 2006, Sandy West, drummer for influential 70s band The Runaways, dies after a long battle with lung cancer. Man, that old cancer gets a lot of people, doesn't it? Where's the cure? Freaking cure, man. Anyway, Sandy was 47 years old. Such a young person. Sandy was hailed by fans and critics alike to be one of the most groundbreaking drummers in rock and roll history. She was the very first female drummer to garner widespread popularity in the rock music arena, and one of the founding members, of course, the Runaways. Man. Runaways were a groundbreaking teenage all-girl band who performed punk and rock and roll in the 70s, and included members such as Lita Ford, one of my favorites, and Joan Jett. Wow. Take me back. And happy birthday to Charlotte Irene Caffey, born on this day, 1953, in Santa Monica, California. She is an American rock and roll guitarist and songwriter, best known for as lead guitarist in the all-girl band The Go-Go's during the 1980s. She even wrote We Got the Beat. You remember that one? Man, I love some Go-Go's. Belinda Carlisle and the Go-Go's, yeah. Well, anyway. I think that's it, guys. So long, Sandy. Keep on rocking. Up there on that eternal stage. Okay, guys. I think this is, I know. I'm like having a hard time dealing with it myself. But I think it's time. It's time to go, guys. But you know, all good shows come to an end. No encore today either. Because that's rock and roll. Oh, wait. I've got some breaking freaking news, guys. continuance from yesterday. So if you were like watching my Daily Dose yesterday on the 20th, on Sunday the 20th, which you should have, anyhow, you would have seen that I gave an update on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame fan vote. So I've got an update today, guys. And Pat Benatar still has it. She has a clear lead over the rest of the field, with the Doobie Brothers in number 2 slot and Soundgarden right behind them. Depeche Mode, they're in 4th place. Judas Priest is in 5th. And then the list goes on, guys. But we talked about this yesterday and how you can go vote, and you should go vote. But you can see all the standings at the Rock Hall's website. It's rockhall.com. You know, the online fan vote's pretty cool. It was created in 2012 with the 5 artists receiving the most votes being placed on a ballot that becomes one of the more than 1,000 that will be cast to determine next year's inductees. So you're able to like call up a ballot and type, you know, like either Rock Hall fan vote or vote plus the artist's name into Google. The voting concludes at 11:59 p.m. on January 10, 2020, with the winners announced shortly thereafter. And the induction ceremony will take place on May 2nd, 2020, at the Public Auditorium in Cleveland, Ohio, home to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Guys, and I mentioned yesterday that I'm kind of ticked, right? Because like T-Rex, what a badass band. They're like number 13 on the list. It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I mean, they even show to be behind Notorious B.I.G., who they're not even rock and roll. I don't know. Maybe I'm delusional, but it just doesn't make sense to me. So I've got some reasons that I believe, old DC here, believes T-Rex should be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, Mark Bolan is perhaps known as the purveyor of a few shiny glam rock singles in the U.S., but he and T-Rex were a much bigger deal at home in the UK in the 60s and 70s. I mean, had he not died in a 1977 car accident, which many believe he predicted years earlier, there's a good chance that Bolan would have achieved the career scale of people like David Bowie and Elton John, who he called friends. Even though he died at only 29 years of age, Bolan had done enough to remain an icon of pop culture till this very day. Now, here are some reasons why Bolan and T-Rex deserve induction in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'll lay out my case. Okay? They created the glam rock sound fame. Came when he knocked on producer Simon Napier Bell's door and announced he was going to be a star. Okay? After a recording session. My Wi-Fi went out. After listening to his songs, Napier Bell arranged a recording session. Initially lined up to become a member of the Yardbirds, Bolan briefly became part of John's Children and managed to have a song Desdemona banned by the BBC because of the line, "Lift up your skirt." He then reinvented himself as a psychedelic folk artist, embracing the hippie scene while never showing any interest in his politics. As his band, Tyrannosaurus Red, became the abbreviated T-Rex, Bolan began experimenting with different guitars and a production sound master. That led to the 1971 single, Hot Love, and the launch of what became the glam rock sound. Within months, the British charts were crowded with bands copying the idea, becoming the biggest musical movement in the nation for much of the decade. Fact. Okay, they created the glam rock look. It wasn't just the music. I mean, when Bolan began preparing for our photo shoot, He saw some of his girlfriend's glitter, right? It was on a table, and so he splashed a little on his face, and he changed the pop fashion look forever. Within a short time, everyone from David Bowie to Elton John were openly exploring more outlandish looks. The UK music show Top of the Pops became a hotbed of friendly rivalry as bands tried to out-glam each other. The fashion trend has returned on a number of occasions after its initial fade, and it's all because of Bolan. As U2 frontman Bono once admitted, and I quote, "I've always said there's only one man I fancied as a prepubescent, and that was Mark freaking Bolan." He didn't say freaking, I just added that. It's cool. It's fitting. It's my Joe. Anyway, they also helped expand the punk movement. Like in the mid-1970s, like many of his colleagues, Bolan became a victim of excess and drug issues, leading to kind of a career slump, you might say. He eventually faced down his problems by doing what he had done before. He just reinvented himself. Aware that the generation he initially appealed to had grown up and moved on, he decided to tour in 1976 with the rising star punk band Damned as his opening act. While it may not have seemed so at the time, in retrospect, it turned out to be a genius move, capital G on genius, that put Bolan at the center of the third burgeoning musical movement. It's true. Okay. Mark Bolan was a poet as well as a musician. I mean, Bolan often described himself as a poet who put his words into music and believed the sound and feel of his lyrics, like, "I drive a Rolls Royce 'cause it's good for my voice," cool, were more important than his music. I mean, he was, after all, a published poet, having enjoyed success with his 1969 book, The Warlock of Love, one of the best-selling poetry titles of that year. And 1969 was a hell of a year. Have I told you I love 1969? Totally. That exploration of words, sound, lent an additional otherworldly quality to everything he did. So his songs felt as if they carried more specific meaning than they usually did, and added to the longevity of his time in the public eye. Even after his mid-70s slump, he was still TV show. Now, I don't know if he had a cool daily dose like me, but he had his own weekly TV show, which is close. It's close to what I do. The last episode of which saw him perform a duet with David Bowie. Now, I hadn't done that one yet. Actually, I can't do that one because Bowie's gone. Anyway, I've got one more reason that T-Rex should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Here we go. Most of his peers are already there. Seriously. I mean, Bolan was seen in newspapers, magazines, TV, and movies cavorting with David Bowie, Elton John, the Beatles, like John Lennon and Ringo Starr. I mean, they were once filmed performing as members of T-Rex, for gosh sakes. And most of the other big stars of that era. Seriously. I mean, I could go on and on, but, I can't. The show's getting long as it is. An ambitious and forthright character, influential DJ John Peel called him a flower child with a knife up his sleeve. That was sleeve, if you didn't catch it. His influence as a scene maker is totally undeniable. It's easy to argue that his sheer personality contributed to the success of artists like Bowie and John, who found a new wave of energy in the 80s and onward. You'll find T-Rex in many groups making records now. Producer Tony Visconti said in 2007 in an article that cited Slash, the Scissor Sisters, as well as others. In many ways, Boland is already in the Rock Hall via his influence on those other artists. The logical last step would be to make it official, right? So did I make my case? Will you help me make it official? Okay, here's what I want you to do. Go now to Rock Hall, that's ROCKHALL.com/standings. Standings, and scroll down to the bottom of the leaderboard and click cast a ballot. That's all you gotta do, guys. And then click on T-Rex. That's it. Let's get them to the top. Come on, help me out. Be your civic duty. All right, guys. Well, that wraps my rock history lesson today. I bet you're glad this one's finally over. It was kind of long, I guess. But anyway, some of them are longer, some of them are shorter. Okay, that's enough about that. If you want more, guys, don't get upset, because there is more coming at you very soon, like tomorrow. Yep, that's right. Every day, as I peel back the pages, my big-ass history book, I blow off the dust, open that bad boy up, peel back those pages, and explore the past of the rock legends on my Daily Dose. Tomorrow's Tuesday. You get it twice. You get my Daily Dose, and then tomorrow evening at my show at Vocal Media Studios, you get more rock music history. So there, you get a double dose on Tuesday, as well as a double dose on Thursday. Oh my gosh, you're living the dream. That's all I can tell you. You are living the entire dream. Guys, if you'd like to check out my Daily Dose archives, just go to my YouTube channel. YouTube.com/Slow-Mo Barside List. Because that Daily Dose playlist has a lot more. I promise you. It's like, I don't know, 150 now. I don't know, something. It's huge. It's huge. It's huge. Please, while you're there, show me some love. Just click that big ass red subscribe button. It's big, it's red, it says subscribe, it's free. Tell your friends, family, neighbors, go knock on the door. Hey, subscribe to DC's YouTube channel. That's all you gotta say. Let's create a huge community there. Huge. Take over the world. Limited time only. Yeah. Also, guys, I cover rock news and history during my weekly Tuesday and Thursday live shows at the Vocal Media Studios in North Dallas. Both those 60-minute shows are packed full of music and nationally touring singer-songwriters, as well as some of the very best tribute and cover bands in the whole country. Now, my live music showcase is like badass, guys. These musicians, my guests. It's a cool thing. Oh, don't forget my Tipsy Gypsy Bree Akers. She comes by and brings some drinks and tips from behind the bar. Then we get to my Art Jive Live segment. It's all about visual art there, guys. Most of the time I feature artists, Brad Jensen, legendary, extraordinaire, and sometimes other creatives. So join us, guys, at vocalnow.com. And how do you spell vocal?
K!
That's right, it's got a freaking K in it, guys, no C.
Are you sitting comfortably? Then
And when you get to vocalnow.com, just click on that Barside Jive image. It's right beside the zoo. Just click on it. You come right in the show, sit down right down there with us, and enjoy all the content. We'll make it especially a memorable experience for you. Guys, I do appreciate your loves, likes, shares. I see them. Scrolling across the screen, those likes and those loves. I see that. I see that. I do. I see it. I see you. And I love your comments. So please shoot me a comment. Oh man. Be sure to check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/highspeed Barside Jive Live. How about my Instagram? At Barside Jive. How about my website? BarsideJive.com. How about my YouTube channel? Although I've talked about it like 3 times today. YouTube.com/Barside Jive Live. Where all my content hangs out. Just waiting on you. Guys, I do appreciate you hanging out with me today during my daily dose and every day. And don't forget, don't forget, don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive, it's just as bad. Still get you stopped. Might even get a ticket. Yep, you could. Those are expensive. I mean, they've gone up in the last 40 years. Oh, guys, keep in mind that you have just one life to live here, just like me. So let's make it a good one, right? I mean, if it's been shitty up to now, let's change it and make it better here on out, all right? Deal? Deal. Guys, really seek every day to be a hero in someone's life in some way. That's how we make this world a better place. And until tomorrow, I will see you next time. Hey, make sure you check out my show tomorrow night. But I'll remind you with my daily dose sometime during the day. And I hope you guys have an awesome Monday evening. The weather's awesome. Get outside, soak up some sun, get some rays. Go listen to some live music if you find some on a Monday. All right, guys. Until next time, peace and love and rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. See you soon. Good night, Bill.
I'm thinking of you too. I'm thinking of you.
Is you ready, Ski Cat?
What's up, Doc?
If you guys did experience some head, neck, or back tingles during this show and have an overwhelming sense of a deep, relaxing feeling, be advised that my content now does contain ASMR.
This isn't just a word from the sponsor, it's simply a very good suggestion. It stands for real refreshment.
RiversideDriveLive.com.
You are feeling the tingles. Calling these kinds of whispers inaudible whispers, inaudible whispers. This is the best time to put the lotion on the skin.